Gentlemen, you have my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on the face, neck, and chest. And bruh, if you haven't heard, thanks to my boy, Renan Christian, always giving me those DC details, those DC news. Batgirl and my boy Static Shock are apparently exclusively going to be streaming on HBOMAX as movies with a budget of around to like 60 or 80 million. Bruh. This was, I think, Walter Hamada, who's the president of DC Films. He recently did an interview, I think it was with the New York Times, and he was explaining what his plans were for DC. And these two specifically, dude, like this is what I want. This is exactly what I want to hear. And I think it works for Batgirl and Static Shock not to be in movies for the to work theatrically, because number one, we still don't know if movie theaters are going to open or not, so we have no idea what's going on with there. And number two, I think this is a safer bet for both these IPs because no one knows Static Shock. Some people, like Batgirl, is more recognizable, but I wouldn't say like she's on the level of a Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman. So she's still kind of like, in the mid range, C to B tier level. But here, if it's done correctly, like all these projects should be, I think this is a massive win. And for Batgirl, I really hope they go into the New 52 storyline, because in the New 52, that was the post Flashpoint storyline where Barbara was paralyzed and shot, and that was in continuity because obviously Batgirl was shot and paralyzed by the Joker. So it will be really interesting to see like which storyline they go into. Like, are they going to acknowledge that she was shot by the Joker, or maybe that could be something in the future? Like she's starting out as Batgirl. She looks up to Batman, and she's like, and she decides like, you know what? I want to be like Batman. Like I want to be a hero. I want to do what he does. And of course, have her father be Commissioner Gordon. I don't know if this is gonna be in the same continuity as the Batman or Ben Affleck's Batman. I think it might be its own thing. It might be its own singular vision, and not have anything to do with Matt Reeves or the Ben Affleck, which would be interesting. But if they decide to go down that route, I'm 100% for it, and I hope. And if they do go down that route of her starting out as Batgirl because she's inspired by the Batman, and then like later on she gets shot by the Joker, and they go into the the Oracle storyline, that would be really dope. But again. But I don't know if they could do that because, again, it's not going to be a TV show. It's going to be a movie. So if it was a TV show, I think they would definitely go down that route. But since it's a movie, I think they might skip all that. I think they just want to see her as Batgirl and be the hero. And maybe if it's really successful, they could explore that in part two. And this would be a perfect way to introduce Dick Grayson Nightwing, because obviously in the comics, Batgirl and Nightwing have this huge relationship. They have this huge fling. I think for me, it's always been Barbara Gordon and Nightwing. So it would be super dope if they introduce Nightwing, maybe not as as a hero, but introduce the character of Dick Grayson, and she has a thing for Dick Grayson, and same goes for him. That would be a really great way to introduce Dick Grayson into the movie if they decide to go down the route, maybe in a cameo or maybe like towards the end. But I think this film is mostly going to focus on Barbara Gordon and her relationship with her father and her relationship with the admiration for Batman and wanting to become her own hero. So that would be really dope. That would be really cool. So I'm super excited for Batgirl because Batgirl is an underrated character, and thankfully now she's gonna hopefully be given the right treatment. Now as far as Static Shock, my boy Static Shock, bro. This is amazing. Now we all know the Killmonger, Creed, Michael B. Jordan is going to produce Static Shock. I don't want him to be Static Shock because I think he's too old. I think they should go for more of a teenager or more of a kid. And this could be, like, I don't want to compare the two, but I'm going to anyway. Like, this could be DC's version of Miles Morales Spider-Man, right? To have a young, black kid who wants to be a hero, who is a hero, and like really be more family friendly and set up a franchise sequel, because it's like Static Shock, like from the old cartoon series. I used to watch it. I was never like a big fan of it, but I liked what I saw. But I think this franchise in particular has huge potential to be something cool, to be something fresh, to be something new for DC, like a teenage hero with its own franchise. Like I don't think we've ever seen that. Like I know Marvel has that down pack with Spider Man and stuff like that, but this could be DC's, like I said, Miles Morales, and really set up something special, really set up something unique. And I think yeah, I just think it would be really cool to see a young black kid be a hero, and obviously for young black kids to watch this movie, and just like be inspired, be like, oh shit, like yo, that's Static Shock, like yo, he's cool, like because I think we need more of that, especially with DC. And I think it would be really cool for DC to do something like that, and they better do it right because you cannot mess this up. You only have one chance to do it right, and it seems like they have a good grasp on what they want to do with the streaming service and with these characters. So I'm all for it. I'm hyped. Let's go. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Smash that like button, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. Let's continue having a DC conversation as always. Support DC, love DC. What do you think? Are you excited to see a Batgirl movie on HBO Max, just specifically on HBO Max? Do you like my idea of introducing Nightwing maybe towards the end, or he could be like a minor character in the movie as like a love interest for Barbara Gordon? And how do you feel about my boy Static Shock? Because I'm excited. I think Static Shock, if done correctly, like I said, it could be a big hit for DC, and it could be their version of Miles Morales Spider-Man if done correctly. So let me know in the comments down below. I have a couple more videos coming up. I especially have a Wonder Woman video coming up and what they should do with Wonder Woman 3, my opinion. But as always, love you all. Truth out.